All right, Patriots, and welcome to a Friday night of unwavering resolve as we stand on the cuff of Memorial Day weekend, a time for solemn remembrance. We also we stand firm in our duties to expose the shadows that threaten our republic. Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. Here on the Conservative Viewpoint, we refuse to let the truth be buried, especially as we honor those who sacrificed everything for it. Tonight, before we turn our hearts to the memory of fallen heroes, we must confront the unsettling realities that demand our attention. We're diving deep into the web of alleged cover ups surrounding the previous administration, starting with the troubling questions surrounding Joe Biden's cancer claims. This isn't about political maneuvering. It's about demanding transparency regarding the health of a man that was entrusted with the leadership of our nation. When assertions are made and those assertions are met with silence and obfuscation, we, the American people, deserve to know the truth. They want us to dismiss it, to look the other way, to accept their carefully crafted narratives. But we will not yield. We will not allow the truth to be buried under layers of political expediency. The health of our president, whoever it matters, it matters. It's a matter of national security, and we demand accountability. Then there's the auto pen cover-up, the alleged forgery of signatures, the attempts to minimize potential criminal activity. This isn't an isolated incident. It's a symptom of a larger problem. It's a demonstration of the administration's apparent belief that they are above the law, that they can operate with impunity. Tonight, as we prepare to honor the ultimate sacrifices made by our brave servicemen and women, we must remember that they fought and died for a nation built on transparency, integrity, and the rule of law. We will not allow their sacrifices to be in vain. So let us stand together, patriots. Let us demand answers. Let us expose the cover-ups, and let us reclaim our republic. Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. The show begins now. Hi, everyone. Welcome. And I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, just a minute or so. And because I was entrenched in Vic's show on the Rebel Chicks with a Cause. She starts right before me. She had that great thing going. She was running a little over. So was I. So I look back at my screen and it says, supposed to go live. It's like, oh, shoot. Whoa, man, what happened? Oh, God. But hey, Texas John and Sean, I see you over there. Happy Memorial Day weekend, guys. Thank you for starting your weekend with me here on the Conservative Viewpoint. You guys are awesome. And William B. Brown, I see you over there in Wimpkin. And I'm pretty sure people will start coming in because of Vic's show running over a little bit. And that's fine with me. I will get stuff going here and get Rumble moving. And if anyone on Rumble is from Cloud Hub, please give me a shout out and say hi. And I'll know you're from Cloud Hub because Cloud Hub doesn't do a live stream anymore. So you got to post a link to Rumble. And it takes them to here to watch the show. So I used to get a couple hundred, 200, 300 over there. Where is this from? This was on X. I did not do that. Not yet, anyways. But welcome everyone to the show. Everyone running along today, John. Hi, Shell. And we're going to give shout outs to everybody over here. We got Jerry jumping in right there. Hi, Jerry Kruger. There's that colorful little swastika, I guess. It looking like it's like, I don't know what the hell that is, but it's colorful and not the colors that I like. Look close at this. It is a trans flag made in a way that makes it the Nazi flag. Now look close and see if you can see it. I can see the swastika. I can see the swastika in there, and the gay I took right off the bat. That's pretty easy. I don't like it, and the gay flags, they're nasty, but yeah, that's their flag. Gregory, good evening, Gregory. Everybody's jumping in a little bit slow, and that's fine, guys. We do have a lot to get over, though, so we can watch some great videos to enjoy this weekend. and to pay tribute to the men and women in our military, which I will not be on. I will not be on Monday, but I am. I just finished up editing a tribute with Ronald Reagan and a nice little piece at the beginning. And of course, this beautiful face right here, right, guys? Yeah, yes. So I will be putting that on Monday in place of my show, but I'll be putting it out in the morning sometime if I don't have a hangover from the weekend. But we'll see what happens. Let a few more people roll in here, and we're going to get busy. Trump going to popcorn. Yeah, I like that 3D movie. That's great. There's William Brown right there. All right. You said hi to him right there. Look close to see the Nazi flag. Yeah, I got that one too there. This is what I was saying against the trans. Yeah, that's what they need to do. Epstein bingo. Oh, that's just wrong right there. And they're all in there. That's right, boy. That's all of them. What up, Lee? What's happening, man? Sober up, revival time. Yes, I love Ronald Reagan. That'll be in my tribute. It's about a little over 8 minutes. I just do a little speech in between two videos. The first one is a tribute back from the past to the present, and then Ronald Reagan in his famous words to end the show, to end that video. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and please share it. If you do enjoy it, please share it with your friends and family. Let them get a taste of it, because we owe everything that we do today because of these men and women in the military. So that's why I do it, and that's why I put this together. Just something to pay tribute to them. Hi, Faye. How are you, Faye, tonight? We are going to get busy, guys, because, of course, I only do an hour show, and I speed through it because I could probably do a little bit longer, but not at 9 o'clock at night. If and when my son finally moves out, I will be making a new studio. Hi, Colin. Colin is from Scotland. I appreciate this man all the time coming in here. Him and Mark's from the UK. Are awesome. Well, given that the time for his delivery changed without my knowledge until Tuesday morning, I'll be grabbing a case myself. But I will be making a new studio when and if it better be when my son moves out. He's on his third degree right now. He's finishing it up here in about a month or two, couple months. And then he took the apartment above my garage that I built. So that was going to be my studio. So when it does, I will be changing my time to earlier in the day. And we'll see. That's going to be a while yet before he gets out of there and stuff. So we'll see what happens when it happens. But thank you, guys. Don't forget, if you have a joke or anything, the phone lines are open. And I will put this over here. Eric Von Zipper, what's going on? There's Violent Vix and X there. And I will put that up real quick. There's the number. If you want to call in and say hi or say something about the military or anything you want to do, phone lines open until the end of the show. And don't forget, you also have time for next week's drawing at the conservativeviewpoint.yahoo.com. Get your names to me so we can get you guys to win something. I sent Lee's shirt out today, so he'll be getting it here in a couple of days, probably by Monday or Tuesday, since it's the holiday. Hang a giant one up there to see how it looks would be awesome. Paint an American flag behind you. But that would be big one. I could find a big one to put there. I used to have one a long time ago, Sean. And I had the American flag. I had the Second Amendment flag. I had it all behind me. That was my background. And then I built this studio because it's a lot bigger. And I have room to make my shirts and stuff in here. But then I want my other one. I want my other studio. And we'll see what's going on. Hi, Cecil. But there you go, guys. Give me your names in for drawings. We do one once a week. Come on, guys. Get your names in so you can win. Everybody's going to have a chance. Only one time until we're done with everybody's names. and then we'll put everybody's name back in the hat. We'll start all over again with whatever I have. Well, you see this one, next shirt's going up. Trump 4547. America is back. That's the next shirt to go off next week, guys. So please get your names in and enjoy. So let's get busy, guys. And we will get going here, and I will watch for people to come in, and we're going to get busy because we got a lot to go over. First off, I got to make you laugh. I saw this one. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. Sorry. But this was funny as hell. This is Gorillas in the Mist. Not what you think. I can't help it. It popped up on my screen, and I said, I have to show this. It made me laugh my ass off. This is hilarious. Well, there we go. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm loving it. Okay, that's what I had to put up there. Do you realize that that'll be right on time for my birthday, the 26th? Oh, cool, Lee. That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. You get that shirt on your birthday, and oh yeah, that'll be awesome right there, right? All right, let's get busy now since I haven't make you laugh with that one. But there's another one, Alfred. How are you doing, Alfred? God bless you and the military members that watch this show and everything. It's awesome. Right, Shell? That's funny. I don't care who you are. Getter needs to let Vixen on. Yeah, I don't know why she's got the numbers and why she's not able to stream yet. That's bullshit. Come on, Getter. And I know it took me a while, and I had to bitch for every day I was on them until they let me stream. And I finally got to it. So they need to let her stream. Come on, get her on there. Violent Vixen 29. Share her stuff. Let her be able to stream. All right, here we go, guys. Let's get boozing. Trump approves Nippon purchase of U.S. steel. Nippon is a Japanese steel company. It is going to bring 70,000 jobs and $14 billion of revenue to the economy. Oh my, yes, I think this was a good deal. And the corporation will stay in Pittsburgh. Yes, it's not moving to Japan. It stays here. They are going to be a partnership. All right, let's get busy with this one now. It's not just Joe. Bombshell report says Biden clan tried to hide other cancer diagnosis. And they're talking about Bo. When former President Joe Biden made a shocking health reveal on Sunday, the world mostly responded with sympathy. Sympathy was sympathy. I did not. Sorry. Tammy. Hello, Tammy. Now, you're in a great place. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? Joe couldn't have Austin. Yeah, right, Jeff. Texas is too awesome of a place to let any Democrats have it. Even Biden's highest critics had nothing but kind words to say for Joe Biden. But once the dust settled in the initial shock of the hearing announcement, people get cancer every day. Oh, well, you tried to hide something like they've been doing for the past 4.5 years? The hell with them. Sorry to be so mean, but it's a fact. They've ruined this country, and now it has to be cleaned up by somebody that didn't mess it up. They did it in 1791. Stormtrooper jamming the J6 vigil took him much longer than another. Yes. All right. But once the cell cleared, and he had aggressive prostate cancer that has metastasized to his bone, typically a terminal diagnosis. Yes. Biden announcement just came days before the release of Original Sin. President Biden's declined its cover-up and its disastrous choice to run again. A book authored by Jack Tapper. Jake Tapper, that idiot. But they've tried to hide everything. There's Vic back over here on Wimkin. If you haven't done it yet, WIMKIN.com. Download the app. Get on the web version, whatever. Join us in chat. You guys will love these guys in here. They're awesome. But they try to cover up Bose. They try to cover up all this stuff. They've been covering it up for years. They've been covering up his mental decline. They're covering up the auto pen scandal, which we're going to get into that here in a couple minutes. They've been covering up so much, it's unbelievable. You even got Gutfield loses it on liberal co-host Jessica Tarloff over her but Trump defense on Biden. And he says, are you out of your mind? Take a listen to a part of this.
Jessica, they're saying they never tested his prostate for cancer in the last 10 years. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I do believe that. There are a lot of doctors who have been talking about the fact that now, after the age of 70, that they don't recommend that you test your PSA levels. Now, I think that if you are the commander-in-chief and the leader of the free world, you should probably have some extra tests than the average 75, 78-year-old. But, you know, I have no reason to not believe them about that. But I understand what Hakeem Jeffries is talking about. We cannot go back. 2024 cannot be undone. There are people who won't trust the media again. That's all well and good, but we still have elections to win, and we're staring down the barrel of this GOP resolution, the big reconciliation bill, the big beautiful bill that favors the wealthiest Americans and penalizes the poor. And Donald Trump, I get it, he's very high energy, but when you actually read the transcripts of what he's talking about, he says, oh, Joe Biden's brain is absolute mush. He has stage 9 cancer, which is not real. Oh, by the way, I just aced a cognitive test. He loves bragging about that, you know, man, woman, person, camera, TV. And we are also supposed to believe that he's 6'3" and 224 pounds, which makes him an NFL wide receiver. And we forgot, remember his original doctor who forged that letter about him? Like, come on here.
Come on, it's actually comparing him to this. This is a mess. Like, you have no reason to question the Dems about this. Are you out of your mind? They have the best doctors in the world and a patient who is arguably the most important patient in the world who gets tested pretty much weekly. They have to check him out, but somehow they decided not to do this. I'm wondering, do you believe that story, or is it possible the Democrats might be lying? Ooh, that's a tough call. Listen to Joe Scarborough just now, feeling like I'm watching a Dateline episode and watching the husband's alibi fall apart, and he's desperately trying to save his life because he's trying to save his job. There is a huge hole in this narrative about Joe's decline. They're trying to present themselves as a loyal staff protecting an incapacitated leader. And yet the policies were anything but feeble. He may have been a mess, but the policies were a coherent list of woke desires. And true, the decisions may have possibly destroyed the country, but that wasn't a byproduct of Biden's brain. That was deliberate and determined, and we need to find out who that person was. This is what Trump is talking about when he's mentioned the auto pen. This isn't just about a cover-up of Joe's incapacity. It's why. A debilitated Biden was an ideal Biden. It wasn't a consequence. It was a benefit. If you have a feeble CEO, then the underlings can do exactly what they wanted. And it answers that huge paradox that we were wondering for 4 years. How did a candidate running as a reasonable centrist, a moderate, end up as the most left-wing progressive president in history? I just told you the answer. The debilitation was deliberate. And the ideas that we saw coming happened because of that. They embraced his infirmity. It was necessary for all this to happen. And now what they're trying to do is an emotional pivot away from our outrage to sympathy, and it won't work. It won't work.
There you have it right there, guys. And he had to tell her like it is, and she believes that stuff. I don't need, I mean, they have to have a voice of other people, but morons. Hi, John M. and Mark. Welcome, guys. But there's so much going on, guys. It's unreal with this stuff that's going on. Now we got under Tulsi Gabbard. She made a statement on X. A White House staffer from Biden's administration revealed that most pardons with this auto pen deal that you heard Gutfeld talk about real quick there were signed late at night when Biden was asleep and was unaware of who was being pardoned. Someone sold pardons for profits. This is the biggest scandal in U.S. history. And they want to keep blowing this stuff off, guys, and sitting there saying, oh, you know, nothing happened. It's legal and all that stuff. Well, guess what? Beg to differ from you. This was from Gregory on Wimpkin. He texted me this, and I didn't know this, and I broke a part of this off of a longer version, but I broke off the part that I needed you guys to hear, so I want you to take a listen.
Joe Biden reviewed 1,538 clemency actions that included 1,499 commutations and 39 pardons in one day. But is that even possible? Let's go ahead and look at the calculations. If the signings happened with each clemency action getting a 5-minute review, it would take 17 and a half days if working 8-hour days. Signing each clemency with a 10-minute review would take 34.9 days if working 8-hour days. This is in December of 2024, 3 months after the disastrous presidential debate between Biden and Trump, so it seems likely it may have taken longer for Biden to review each clemency action with the need for multiple breaks due to his cognitive decline. According to Pew Research, Biden issued the more than 1,500 clemency acts on December 12, 2024. This was the largest single-day grant of clemency in modern history after President Bill Clinton granted 177 acts of clemency on his final day in office. Biden's total clemency actions during his term amounted to 4,245 acts, pardons and commutations, with around 2,500 commutations overall, 90% of which happened in late 2024, early 2025, including the pardon he gave to his son Hunter Biden on December 1st, 2024, and the pardons issued to the House Select Committee that investigated January 6th, and the Metropolitan Police officers who testified before the committee on January 19th, 2025.
Now, we all know this stuff is happening, and nothing's been done with it. They still want us to stop looking backwards, they say. But illegal criminal activity has been going on worse and worse the past 4 years when the Democrats are running this place. The whole 4 years should be null and void. Anything and everyone involved needs to be locked up. This was the biggest crime of the century, probably for the in the world. Ever, forever. And it should be handled accordingly. But we're not seeing any of this done. The Republicans, I don't even know if they know what to do. They should start locking people up. Everyone they know was involved. And we got it. You start with the drunken grandma and every one of those stupid idiots. And I like Gutfield. That's why I put him on here. But that's the only one I watch on Fox now. I watch Fox and Friends sometimes, especially on the weekend. But yeah, Gutfield is funny too on there. So, but this stuff is getting ridiculous, and now it's out of control, and we need some accountability being done. Biden era reports genocide group confirms Trump's human rights fears for South African farmers. And a lot of this stuff that I'm showing you, I'm not showing a video on all these things because this is way out of control, because Carolyn Levitt uses a surprising news source to bury NBC reporter after media hack accuses Trump of lying about the genocide of white farmers in South Africa. If you guys saw that interview, it's like you want to smack these people because they're lying to try to make people think that Carolyn Levitt's lying. Take a look.
Sure. The president showed a video that he said showed more than 1,000 burial sites of white South Africans that he said were murdered. We know that that was not true and that the video wasn't showing that. So I wonder, why did the president choose to show that? True, it's not true that the video was showing a burial site. It is unsubstantiated that that's the case.
No, it is true that video showed the crosses that represent.
Site, which is what the president claimed.
The video showed images of crosses in South Africa about white farmers who have been killed and politically persecuted because of the color of their skin.
The president
and those crosses are representing their lives. Those crosses are representing their lives in the fact that they are now dead and their government did nothing about it. Are you disputing that there's no...
I'm disputing the fact that the video showed what the president claimed it showed, because it did not show that. But even more, what I'm asking you is who at the White House...
No, it did show that. It showed white crosses representing people who have perished because of racial persecution.
Verifies the videos that the president shows, and what protocols are in place when there's unsubstantiated information being put out for the world and world leaders to show?
Yamiche, what's unsubstantiated about the video? The video shows crosses that represent the dead bodies of people who were racially persecuted by their government. In fact, the Associated Press, of all places, has a picture of that very monument, and the caption from the Associated Press is, "Each cross marks a white farmer who has been killed in a farm murder." So it is substantiated, not just by that video and the physical evidence that everybody saw on display in the Oval Office, but also by another outlet in this room, the Associated Press. So you should take it up with them if you believe the claim is unsubstantiated. substantiated, and that's a ridiculous line of questioning. John, go ahead.
There you go. A dumb bitch knows the first thing of journalism. Don't ask a question that you don't already know the answer to. And it's exactly what she did. She's a dumbass. Rubio dismantles Democrat senator, claims skin color was the reason South Africans were given asylum, others not. All this is put together. These people were getting asylum because of the genocide that this African president or whatever he is has been causing. And you saw the video yesterday, if you watched the show, that it was a fact. They said it right there on live, right on the video that you saw. They will take the property no matter what. And they keep trying to push this issue, and you see it with your lying eyes. If you remember that, don't believe your lying eyes. Oh, yeah. Excuse me, getting a tickle again. All right, what else we got going on here? New video showed Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan angrily confronting ICE agents in the courthouse. I'm going to show you this video, too, because of the fact I was going to show you Rubio, but I'm not going to. You watch the judge confront the ICE agents so she can block them while that illegal criminal tries to escape. Take a look.
Video from the Milwaukee County Courthouse giving us a look at what went down last month between Judge Hannah Dugan, a team of federal agents, and a man wanted on an immigration warrant. It shows those agents in plain clothes trying to blend in until Judge Dugan calls them out. Steve Shamrez walks us through the pictures.
Judge Dugan, still in her courtroom robe, walks up to two men on a bench in the hallway. There's no audio, but after a few seconds of their conversation, both men get up and walk off. Those are the federal agents waiting to take Eduardo Flores Ruiz into custody. A few minutes later, we see Flores Ruiz back in the hallway with his lawyer. A third federal agent, leaning against the wall, turns and follows them out. We see the three of them again walking out through a security checkpoint. First Flores Ruiz and his lawyer, and then the agent in his brown shirt. A low-key pursuit that continues through a tunnel out the building. The agent just 8 steps behind. Outside the building, the pace picked up. You can see people sprinting across 10th Street. The feds say agents were chasing down Flores Ruiz as he tried to run. A pursuit that ended seconds later, with the agents returning and Flores Ruiz in custody.
And Judge Hannah Dugan was arrested a week later by federal agents. She's been charged with concealing an individual to prevent arrest and obstructing justice. Dugan has pled not guilty to those charges. She's due back in federal court on July 9th, and her jury trial has been set for July 21st.
This video should bury her. It's proof that she was aiding and abetting this guy to get the hell out of ICE custody. It was facts right there. You can't beat that video. And exactly right, Sean. Quit killing the farmers. You won't starve stupid motherfuckers. That's right. Period. As simple as that. All right. What else we got going on? HHS finds Columbia University violated student civil rights. Christy Nome put it out, and I didn't get it out there, I don't think. This is a warning to all colleges. Do not mess around, because you will be held accountable for it. That is one good thing about what some things are being held accountable for. And now we're going to get into some judges stuff. That's it for those videos. I'm just going to get through the articles really quick so we can play out these videos. Supreme Court allows Trump to fire labor board members in a 6-3 decision. Remember, this was halted by another idiot liberal judge. Think they have the right to do this and right to stop them from doing anything the executive branch wants to do. But the Supreme Court is allowing them to fire them, which they didn't need permission anyways, but they did it anyway. So there it is. So that one's upheld. U.S. judge blocks Trump's plan to dismantle education department. Again, they don't have the authority to do that. So I'm hoping behind the scenes that they are not listening to him and they're doing it anyways, because these judges do not have the authority. We could probably show these articles every day that these idiots think they have exactly shall FA and FO. Don't do it, because this administration's not going to put up with it. Ignorance can be educated and crazy can be medicated, but there's no cure for stupid. And that's Democrat. Put Democrats across that cow's face there, Alfred. I like that one. All right, let's keep going. Split U.S. Supreme Court blocks taxpayer-funded religious charter school. Now, with this real quick, I'm going to tell you, that's not good. We need to build up X a little bit more. Thanks for that, Eric Von Zipper. Now, okay, yes, blocked the school because, and they blocked it because of the fact that it violates the First Amendment and for the government to stay out of the business of religious beliefs. That I agree with, because the government should not be involved in education, especially as far as religion goes. But you shouldn't block the school. But Oklahoma, I think it is, religious charter school is not dead after a high court tie. Now, yeah, it's an Oklahoma state official vowed Thursday to revive a plan for a publicly assisted religious charter school after the Supreme Court lockdown. That's fine and dandy, because government and the state government and federal government do not mess with religion. First Amendment rights, right, guys? And they shouldn't. They shouldn't stop people from being educated as long as they're properly educated and not this woke nonsense. All right, keep going. Come up a couple more here. Trump wants GOP budget bill opponents primaried. There was two. We saw Massey and then the other one. I agree with this to a point. You can't try to punish someone that doesn't agree with you all the time. You're always going to have people that don't agree with you. What do you want hooked up with, Sean? Let me know. All right. Yeah, you can't punish them all the time. Yes, if you got a rhino, and I don't think Massey's a rhino, he just doesn't agree with you. You're not going to agree with everybody 100% of the time. We don't agree 100% of what Trump does. We disagree with 100% of what the Democrats do because it's all corrupt. But we're always going to have some disagreement no matter who it is, be it your friends on here or anywhere. We're all not going to agree on the same thing 100% of the time. It's never going to happen. So get used to it. Two guys, you got to talk to them and make them see what you're seeing when you're trying to do something. If they don't agree, okay, leave it at that. You don't agree. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, Shell, you got to send me your name. Send it to my email. Get your name in. And everybody's going to win something. So I got a lot of stuff here. I got shirts. I got stickers. I make a lot of stuff here. If you have something special in mind, give me a shout out. We'll work something out. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, this is in New Orleans. The jailbreak, they've caught more people. I think there's only 3 or 4 people left. They've arrested more inmates that were involved in helping them. So I wanted to throw that out there. Slowly but surely, they're getting them. Act Blue, remember those guys? Those idiots. Officials declined to testify. Congress threatened subpoena to foreign donation probe. They have been illegally taking foreign donations for the Democrats. And we've talked about this before a few times on other shows, on our shows. But we haven't heard from them for a while. But this just came up. They should have subpoenaed them right away. This is what I'm talking about when the Judiciary Committee and Jim Jordan and them punks just don't do a damn thing. We're thinking about subpoenaing you. Subpoena them right off the bat, you dumbasses. Get something done so we can see some action, you idiots. RFK Jr. highly anticipated Maha report paints dismal state of child health, national security concerns. Children are overweight. The poison that they pushed into their veins, the parents, have caused multiple birth defects in these children. We have the worst autism rate in the world right now because of this crap. And the diet, I can't even, my son's twice my size. I run 250. Trust me, I know what they're going through. And it's a hell of a thing. But my son's old enough to learn on his own now. So major Russia-Ukraine prisoner swap is underway. Maybe something's happening, guys. It's going to slowly happen. And Trump is a negotiator, so they've got to get it done. Both Russia agreed to last Friday exchange of 1,000 prisoners. Hopefully that's the start of something great, and the war's going to be over here to soon, and people don't need to die for no reason. Trump says Apple will face a minimum tariff of 25% up to 50%. I saw in another article earlier. If it does not manufacture iPhones in the United States. I'll bet you we're going to see something happen here real soon with that. Don't you think, guys? All right. And lastly, USDA ends maximum pain bird flu gain of function experiments with Wuhan lab parent. Why the hell are we even doing anything with Wuhan lab since what happened back a couple years ago? COVID was not a joke. And according to them, it was a joke. It was a way to mass kill people legally. We don't need to be doing business with them at all. Do the research here in our states, so there is some oversight to these labs, and they're not hiding something. This has got to stop. We're not going to poison our people anymore. All right, guys, I think I got enough time done, so we can watch some videos. And the first one it's a serious one. It is a breakdown of the auto pen. And you've got to see this because of everything that's been going on. And I didn't want to stop the show for this long. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing because it runs 6 minutes. But I wanted to get you to the gist of what this auto pen does and how it can be not used and it should not be used. Take a look.
All right, why don't you take me through what you found here, this auto pen situation. What do you think's going on here?
So we've been tracking for a while the fact that President Biden clearly was not all with it, and that it got progressively worse over his presidency. So we've been looking at how do we show that, what indicia of that would be. So we obviously litigated against Biden a lot when he was in office. We were pursuing and are still pursuing the tapes of his disastrous interview with Special Counsel Hur, the elderly man with a poor memory, as one of the reasons that he didn't get charged for retaining classified documents. And we've heard that tape demonstrates the fact that he was an elderly man who was not altogether with it. So we've been pursuing that angle. Another angle that we were taking a look at was, well, in light of what Speaker Johnson said, in light of how little he seemed to know about what was actually going on in his administration, ostensibly under his name, was looking at the signatures. And what we saw was that it appears that there are a lot of documents that should have wet signatures, normally have wet signatures, would have a wet signature under President Trump, be it 45 or 47, looked as though they were auto pen. And there was a very real variance between these signatures. So we looked at them all and we said, well, that would make a lot of sense. Either you're auto penning to hide a cognitive decline that would be inherent in the handwriting. For example, if you look at one we think he did sign himself, which is Hunter's pardon, the handwriting is shaky and has some marks that would suggest that. And then the broader question is, well, were his staff, who we knew were managing everything else, telling him what reporters to call on, telling him where to stand, telling him he had to stop talking to the press, were they just telling him, hey, we've got this great thing, auto-penning it, he didn't read it, didn't know what was in it, et cetera?
Let me take you through a series of questions pretty quickly as we get to the bottom of this. So do you have a handwriting expert that says, yes, these are all auto pen, or do you have an expert that says, yes, every single one of these signatures is the exact same? Because basically an electronic signature, an auto pen, a computer is going to write it the same every time. Did you have one of those experts figure that out?
That's something we have underway, is talking to experts in these field. Another way you could look at it is there should be records ostensibly authorizing the use of the auto pen. So that's another question out there. But we're looking very actively at both of those avenues to further our inquiry.
So the auto pen is not necessarily illegal to use or would null and void these executive orders, or could it?
Oh, I think it definitely could. I mean, at the highest level, it is unclear if you can use the auto pen at all, even if everything else is above board. DOJ has said you can. a lot of people, including myself, think you can't, that you need a wet signature. I can tell you that President Trump, wet signature for something like a bill or an executive order, and I can tell you President Trump has never auto-penned something like that.
Well, let me.
There you go. It can be, and of course the Biden DOJ is going to say it can't be, and it's all bullshit. They lie about everything, and it cannot be used. So I just wanted to make sure there was, like I said, it was 6.5 minutes worth. So, all right, watch this cop stop this girl and listen to what she says and then what he has to say. It's funny as hell.
Ma'am, I wrote you a citation for going.
You're writing me a ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know who my father is?
Why? Didn't your mother tell you?
Now, was that not funny or what? You knew who my dad is? Why, your mom didn't tell you? That is hilarious right there. Oh, my God. All right, let's go. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is about the stupid sumbitch liberals. Take a look.
Do you ever fucking look at people and think, my God, you are such a fucking cunt? But since society says you can't just scream that shit in public, you slap on a fake ass smile and pretend you don't want to knock the stupid right the fuck out of them? Or is that just me? Because holy fuck, the sheer number of brain dead, walking shit-stained motherfuckers I deal with daily is next level ridiculous. I should get a goddamn trophy, a free vacation, and a lifetime supply of alcohol for not snapping on every dumbass who crosses my path. How the actual fuck do some people wake up, drag their sorry asses through life, and still manage to be this fucking stupid? It's honestly a fucking miracle. The universe throws them chances to get their shit together, and they just piss all over every single fucking one like it's their full-time job. And yet, I'm just supposed to sit here and fake smile instead of telling them to take their bullshit and shove it straight up their fucking ass? Fuck that. And if you're sitting here wondering if this was about you, congratulations, you dumb fuck. It absolutely was. Keep fucking shit up and spread chaos like a boss.
I love that. That's freaking great, right? All right. This is what we're looking forward to right here.
Welcome, folks, to your very special tour of the new and improved Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary.
Well, we should really
what?
be inside. This fresh air and sunshine is really unhealthy.
What do you mean, new and improved? I mean, I reopened Alcatraz. This is my district. Nobody informed me about this. Oh, I didn't need your permission, Nancy. This is outrageous, Trump.
Yeah, everybody should be wearing a mask.
The taxpayers aren't going to be happy about dollars. Your insider trader money took care of all this. My insider trader money? Yeah, and there was plenty to go around, too. I'm making Alcatraz great again.
So how long is this tour gonna be, Trump?
Yeah, I gotta get home soon. Michelle's making chili dogs tonight. I bet those taste like shit. Tour? This is gonna be the longest tour in history. Yeah, you guys are gonna be here for a while. Oh yeah, you're gonna love it here too. I'm gonna give you the full experience.
6 feet apart, everybody!
Are we the only ones here? For now. Yeah, the rest of your buddies will be here real soon. Something fishy's going on around here.
Hey, is it nap time yet?
Don't worry, Joe. You're gonna have plenty of time to nap. Trust me.
Trump, when is this tour over?
Yeah, it'll be over when you finish your
6 feet apart!
What are you talking about? Yeah, what sentence, Trump? Your prison sentence? That's a good one, Trump. But seriously, when are we getting out of here? Well, if you're lucky, you'll be out of here in 25 to life. 25 to life? But I'm 85 years old.
Is this some kind of sick joke, Trump?
I told you I was gonna lock you up.
Put your mask on!
Oh, that would be a great day, wouldn't it? Oh, man, I get drunk like crazy. Oh, yeah, look at this. Comey getting arrested. Take a look.
Kind of a crazy coincidence.
Is it? Or is it something more? I think it's something more, boss.
It was the seashells. I deleted it.
You want to tell us about Jenny?
Jenny? Who's Jenny?
Don't play fucking stupid. You know who Jenny is. I found her number on your phone.
I don't know who Jenny is.
Jenny disappeared 15,886 days ago.
86!
How'd you get her number?
I don't know.
I guess it's just a coincidence that Jenny's number just so happened to show up on your cell phone. 15,000.
Did you get that, guys? The Jenny? Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Let's cut them off a little bit. Baby Bobby and Baby Bernie. Take a look.
Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies, it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh, no,
and protecting their interests.
Oh,
I thought that would come. No. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
In 2020, you were the single largest receiver of pharmaceutical money.
Contributions from workers all over this country. Workers,
you were the
not a nickel from corporate PACs.
You were the single largest acceptor of pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right.
You gotta love those ones. I love those baby ones, those little ones. Now, you guys will get this one. This is a quick one. No, it's not actually, but it's the 2028 Olympics. If the Democrats have it their way. Sorry. I'm going to use a line that Vic always uses. If I had to see it, you have to see it. Oh, my God. Oh, yes. Okay, we got a little Trump on fake news. Something a little better than that, right? Okay, here we go.
They say I fell asleep at a meeting in Saudi Arabia. Fake news. I closed my eyes for 2 seconds thinking, deep thinking, smart thinking. I just flew 12 hours, no sleep, straight into high-level talks. And guess what? I still ran the room. No teleprompter, no naps, unlike Sleepy Joe. They call it dozing off. I call it global strategy. America's back. Stronger, smarter, and wide awake.
Let's get you off of here. What would you do in this circumstance here, in this situation?
I probably should have told you before we slept together.
Oh, God. Husband or herpes?
Well, there was another guy, Paul.
Paula, that must have been confusing.
Very. Yeah. You see, for the first 40 years of my life, I was a man named Paul.
What would you do? I sure to know what the hell I would do. Oh, no, that would not be pretty. And not whatsoever. All right, here we got a little baby Marine, and you guys will know what this movie is once you see it.
What's your excuse? Sir, excuse for what, sir? I'm asking the fucking questions here, Private. Do you understand? Sir, yes, sir. Well, thank you very much. Can I be in charge for a while? Sir, yes, sir. Are you shook up? Are you nervous? Sir, I am, sir. Do I make you nervous? Sir. Sir, what? Are you about to call me an asshole? Sir, no, sir. How tall are you, Private? Sir, 5'9", sir. 5'9". I didn't know they stacked shit that high. You trying to squeeze an inch in on me somewhere, huh? Sir, no, sir! Bullshit, it looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. I think you've been cheated. Where in the hell are you from anyway, Private? Sir, Texas, sir! Holy dog shit! Texas, only steers and queers come from Texas, private cowboy. And you don't much look like a steer to me, so that kind of narrows it down. Do you suck dicks? Sir, no, sir! Are you a Peter Pupper? Sir, no, sir! I'll bet you're the kind of guy that would fuck a person in the ass and not even have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around. I'll be watching you.
I love that one too. That was all right there. Okay, hey, look at this strong and independent woman.
Oh, miss, I don't think that car takes gas.
I'm a strong, independent woman. I think I know how to pump some gas.
Okay.
Oh, little helpless woman needs a man to hold her hand. Yeah, not this bitch. You men think we need you for everything. We don't need you for shit. We can do it all by yourself.
So much for being a strong, independent bitch, right, guys? Oh, that was so funny. I can't help myself. All right, like we never have to worry. I got a Jeff Dunham for us. Let's listen to this. Bubba J again. I love some Bubba J right here. Gotta love Bubba J. It is a freaking hilarious. All right, two more, and we're gonna wipe out the videos for tonight. Little series, Scranton Joe.
Keep papers that related to those things that you were actively working on?
Well, I don't know. This is what, 2017, 18 area?
Yes, sir.
Remember, in this time frame, my son is either been deployed or is dying. And so it was, and by the way, there were still a lot of people at the time when I got out of the Senate that were encouraging me to run in this period, except the president. I'm not, it's not a mean thing to say. I mean, he just thought that she had better.
That's what you get with Sleepy Joe, right? And let's end it with a little bit of Trump. A little Trump on truckers.
So let me get this straight. You're driving an 80,000-pound truck on American highways, but you can't read the road signs? Sorry, that's not diversity. That's danger. When I was president, I said, if you want to drive in America, you speak English. Not 10 languages, not a guessing game English. Every pilot speaks English in the sky. Why should truckers be any different on the ground? It's called common sense.
Exactly right. And there you go, everyone. Thank you for tuning in tonight to the Conservative Viewpoint. I will not be on Monday. I will be putting out my tribute on Memorial Day, so take a look at that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Everything that you can do for me, I would appreciate it. Let's get my channel growing like you've never before seen, guys. We need to get it out there. We need the truth to get out, and that's what I'm here to do. Let's get the truth out, guys. So, again, thank you for tuning in tonight and starting your weekend off right. Let's enjoy the Memorial Day, and don't forget to pay tribute to the men who have and women who fought and died for this country. And with that being said, I'm going to leave you with this. And so, Patriots, as we conclude this Friday evening, let us carry the weight of our nation's history with us into the Memorial Day weekend. Let us remember the brave men and women who pay the ultimate price for our freedoms, those who gave their lives so that we might live in a nation defined by liberty and justice. As we enjoy this 3-day weekend, let us not forget the profound sacrifice made by our service members. Let us honor their memory, not just with words, but with action that reflects the values they defended. Let us strive to be worthy of their sacrifice, to uphold the principles of our republic, and to defend the freedoms they so dearly purchased. Take this time to reflect, to reconnect with your loved ones, and to recharge your spirits. I will return well rested and ready to continue the fight for truth and accountability on Tuesday evening. Until then, let us hold our heroes close in our hearts, and let us remember that their sacrifices is the foundation upon which our nation stands. I will see you Tuesday night, ready to continue our mission. So until then, enjoy your long weekend. I'll see you back here live on Tuesday. Good night, everyone.